Burnout is not personal failure. As healthcare professionals, we don't burn out because we don't care. We burn out because we work in a system that is not yet equipped to support us, to support burnout prevention or recovery in a way that is sustainable. Burnout has cost us health, it has cost us families, it has cost us careers, and even has cost the life of healthcare professionals. From mental health crises, to compassion fatigue, to just burnout at the last stages. Think about a doctor like Dr. Patel. She used to stay late, pick up shifts, and just was really effective at what she did. When one day, Dr. Patel finally admitted that she was struggling, the remark that came out was, "But you don't look like you're burned out." You see, that's the thing. Burnout does not look like a crash. That's the problem. We expect burnout to look like a crash or collapse. Yet most of the times it looks like functioning at full speed while quietly falling apart inside. Denial feels like discipline until it doesn't. Do you suspect that someone you know is burned out? What's interesting about burnout is that often the person who's burned out is the last person to realize how things have gotten. They usually only notice once they get to stage 3, 4, or 5 of burnout. Even though the decline or slide into burnout is usually really significant, often the person who's in the thick of it does not realize what's happening until it's too late. It is often close friends, family, and colleagues that are able to pinpoint burnout before the healthcare professional does. Like the frog, if we were thrown into the boiling waters of burnout, we would recoil immediately. However, burnout is like a slow rise that is really difficult to see when it's happening. We fail to notice how bad things are until it's too late. From the outside, someone who is burned out might look like, you may notice behavior changes. They are maybe short-tempered, they are grumpy, or there's a persistent negative change from their baseline character. You may notice unhealthy coping mechanisms like substance abuse, alcohol intake, which is excessive, sleeping, or food intake that's excessive. You may also notice social withdrawal, missing meetings, missing family gatherings, just wanting to be isolated. Reduced performance at work is another one, missing deadlines, taking too long to do things, working longer hours. Talking to a burned out person will be a difficult conversation because the denial is real. But firstly, you want to ask yourself, are you the right person to be having a conversation with this person? And if you are, I suggest starting with a simple check-in to see how the person is doing, genuinely showing your concern. Pick a time and place where there is enough privacy, where the person feels safe to share more about their burnout that they may be experiencing. And I recommend having a gentle, non-judgmental conversation with this close friend or colleague or family member. If they deny assistance or deny that anything is happening or they're experiencing burnout, then just let them know that you're available to talk to them when they're ready or if things worsen. And then you can also make them aware that they have resources, whether it's work benefits or seeing a counselor, seeing a doctor, speaking to a loved one that is equipped to be able to handle their situation, speaking to a counselor, a mentor, or a senior colleague at work, whatever resources that may be available to that person for them to start opening up and tackling burnout. If they do open up, listen carefully and validate what they're feeling and what they're sharing has been their experience in that moment. And then you can further share some services that are available to support them further. You can also share a link to the Purpose Beyond Burnout podcast. Season 2 is going to be titled The Research Lab. It's the research lab because we're going to be speaking to a number of different professionals having totally different experiences. They will be sharing about their burnout journey and how they managed to recover, the road to recovery. We're going to be speaking to nurses, physicians, clinical psychologists. We're going to be speaking to social workers. Different stories, different experiences, because every burnout journey is unique. When your loved one is able to see how other people have navigated burnout, then they will know that burnout is not the end, and they too can find purpose beyond burnout. Until next time, stay blessed.